have Michael and Amber that get into it, and this particular situation gets very heated very quickly.
I'll give them something to talk about.
Oh, really? I'll see.
Hiya, you okay?
Really? Wow, I can't deal with this shit.
Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, obviously subscribe. What are you doing with your lives? Click that button for daily consistent content and follow me on my Instagram, Murad_Morali, if you guys want to. Let's get into this particular video where we have far more situations to talk about, far more narratives, far more stories, far more interesting perspectives, where we have Michael and Amber who get into it as well, because Michael is very triggered, and I feel like I can see where he's coming from because there is immaturity from the girl side, but I feel like at the same time he's doing a bit too much. I feel like he's being a bit OTT. I feel like he needs to see it from the other side. If the guy that you like, and knowing that Amber's insecure, the guy that you like, the girl is obviously feeding him something.
I'll give them something to talk about.
Oh, really? I'll see.
You're not going to run over to her and say hello to her. You're not going to run over to her and, you know, hug her. You're going to be a bit cold. You're going to be a bit wary, especially if you're a very insecure individual. If you're just a very, like, you know, kind of like weird type of person in that type of sense. So I can totally understand where Amber's coming from, and the fact that she didn't even say anything on the roof anyway, the fact that she's just sitting there kind of says it all. She wasn't taking part in it actively. She obviously was there to see the date, to see what her man was doing. And if Michael was in that direct position where a guy was feeding her, you know, I think he would say hi to the other guy, but I feel like he needs to see it from her side because everybody is different. However, I'm kind of glad that Amber is not sweating. I'm kind of glad that Amber is not, you know, getting nervous.
Amber likes you. Well, she's got a funny way of fucking showing it. Swear to God.
I think people need to get the facts straight before they come to me and try to have an argument with us.
This whimpering, you know, fretting out. She's not doing any of this at all. And she says, I'm not going to talk to this boy until he apologizes, until he sees where he's coming from, because it's not that deep and he's way too triggered. And I kind of get what she's saying. This isn't that deep at all. You're acting like she's kissed somebody or something like that. Like, it isn't that deep. Mora did that on purpose for a reaction. Michael knows this. The reaction was given, yet Michael is upset with the reaction. He's not upset with what she's doing. Yes, she did that because everybody was screaming and heckling, but Amber wasn't one of them. And then when she told Michael, I wasn't one of them doing anything, I was sitting there, that should have been a bit of an end of the conversation. So I feel like this could perhaps be a kind of a pothole, that this might not work properly because Michael is triggered by a lot of stuff, and Amber is somebody who won't communicate with you if you are in a particular way. So I feel like that puts them in a bit of a block. However, they were able to kind of sort out their issues later on in the episode. He ended up apologizing and they are on good terms. And I feel like that is obviously an important respect, because I do want Michael and Amber to go far, to the point where I feel like they are potential front runners for the show. But however, I feel like they both don't see it, and that is an issue for me. They both don't see that they are front runners. They both don't see that they could be far away. Forget the real love if you want to play that game. Win for the money, because we have Curtis and Amy who I feel like are doing the same thing, but these two are becoming wallpaper. And I feel like Curtis again is coming into arguments, is coming into situations, coming into all of these kind of situations, and thinks to himself that he knows everything, thinks to himself that, you know, he wants to play the break it up. And I just find that annoying, because we want to see drama. We're finally getting it. Go away, mind your business, and look after your girl, you waste man. No, okay, let me relax. He's a waste man in one respect, but I feel like he also is a very nice guy. Having said that, we don't need nice guys. We need someone like Mora constantly in this villa to kind of zhuzh everything up, because she is doing what Molly-Mae could not do, and that is why I'm living for it.
At the time, she was the only girl who could see things with. My head has done a 560-degree turn.
Are you joking?
We then have Anton and Molly-Mae. Now again, Molly-Mae is getting hit left, right, center from everybody, and we have obviously Mora who was digging the grave, Tommy who threw her in, and now we have Anton who's literally putting the ground back into it.
At the end of the day, you should have made it very clear to him, should have made it clear to me.
I do struggle with being open and honest about how I feel until I categorically know.
And sealing her shut. Well, I didn't expect this from him. I didn't expect him. I feel like he does have personality, and he has helped the particular, you know, first week or so, even though it's been quite dead until now. But I didn't expect him to be so forward. I didn't expect him to be so direct and let her know and shut her down a second and say, listen, well, if you want to talk about categorically, this person's come in and now you're suddenly swayed, but it's okay for you to do X, Y, Z prior and hit on all these boys.
And I was
But
going
you
to
categorically know after a few hours because someone else is coming into the place. That's it.
Yeah,
Made your bed lying up.
And he has a very valid point. So valid that Molly May did not have a response. She had literally just shut down. She was just completely like, you know, I'm gone. Like, I'm done. Like, I got ready for filth. I used to accept it. I'm done. I'm gone. So I'm kind of glad that he did that, and everybody saw it for what it was, and nobody could say anything, because that is the real matter of the truth. Nobody could say anything or aid into her defense, because really and truly, she messed up big time, and this is her karma, and she has to face it. And you know, she made her bed and she has to lie in it, and that's exactly what she was doing, child. She was lying in that bed, wide awake, her in a square face, upset, irritated, annoyed. And I just find it funny because Anton had definitely wanted to do that for a while. I don't really see him as somebody to be so keen to be confrontational. He hasn't been like that throughout this couple of weeks, but now we're seeing a different side to him that I feel like we like. He just gave a new mesh to this particular episode. He provided a whole new kind of story and narrative, which I feel like we love. The more narratives, the better, and I feel like this was a very good ending to the episode. He wrapped it up nicely, and I just didn't expect that to be coming from him, to read somebody so effortlessly, and it was just beautiful because she got what she deserved, and this was Molly May's kind of karma. And it looks like it's going to get worse in the next episode, because we have Molly May and we have Maura who are now arguing, and we haven't really seen a catfight taking place at all in this villa. So this is also new, refreshing for us. The two new girls, not even two new girls, Maura herself alone has done what nobody can in this particular cast, and I love her, and everybody's loving it. Everybody's gagging for it. The Michael and Amber stuff, I feel like we need to look for that.
Amber likes you. Well, she's got a funny way of fucking shouting it. Swear to God.
I think people need to get the facts straight before they come to me and try to have an argument with us.
For more science, because I feel like this particular altercation they had was unnecessary, it wasn't needed, it was OTT, and I feel like Michael was doing the most. I could see where he's coming from, let's not get it twisted. However, I do feel like he's doing the most to an extent, but I feel like him being angry at her wasn't because of that situation. He was angry at her because of the frustration that he has inside, knowing that she is not opening up to him. And I told you a plethora of times prior that the reason why she doesn't open up so quickly is because she's obviously very, very insecure because of prior situations that must have happened when people must have hurt her so badly, whether it be family, friends, whoever. So I feel like this is causing frustration for Michael, because people only have so much patience. And you're in a villa together and you have a lot of time, but she is taking a while to open up to him, and I feel like it's very hard. So Michael has a lot of work to do in order for this to work, but I feel like it definitely can work. Then we have somebody kissing at the end. Who is it? We don't know. And again, this was probably an amazing trailer, but it looks like from Amber's reaction, it could be Danny and Yewande. However, sorry, I don't think this is gonna work. And the reason why I say this is because of that phone call. That phone call could be completely fake, and I completely understand if it is. But at the same time, I feel like there's something there that isn't really meshing. And the reason why he's not really on Molly May anymore is because he's seen and he's acknowledged that Tommy has worked for her, and how she just drops him or doesn't really care about it until somebody else comes in. So that poses a danger. So he knows that if he's with Yewande, that they're safe. And I don't want her to be seen as a safe option, because I feel like that's a disrespect to her and her beauty and her as an individual, and her intelligence. So I feel like I just don't think this is genuine between them two. However, if it works out and it goes for the long run, I'm happy, I'm elated, and hopefully it does. Nevertheless, I kind of doubt that's going to occur, but we will see what's happening. Joe and Lucy, I'm just so glad it's not no longer Lucy week. Like, that was so dry compared to this. I'm so just happy that it isn't. And you know, I'm just happy with this episode. The whole Amber Michael stuff I didn't really see coming, so I'm kind of glad that we got into that. And I'm kind of glad we got into the Anton stuff as well with Molly May, because that was a fierce scene, and again Molly May got just taken for nothing. And there's how Danny and Yewande, who I assume are kissing in the future, and we also have Maura and Molly May who are getting into it as well. So this particular part 2 video, again, a lot more to talk about, so many narratives. If this keeps on occurring for every episode, where so many narratives like this keep on occurring per episode, I probably will have to do part 1 and part 2 videos for it. Let me know if you guys like that, or if you don't, or if you like me to do it all in one and try to fit it in. And also let me guys know if you want me to begin to review the US version that begins soon. I don't know if I will do that, because obviously, you know, it might not be as big, or the Australian version, which was obviously great last year. Let me know if you want me to, like, you know, touch on those and see, you know, if you guys would be interested in me watching those as well. Thank you guys for watching this particular review. Obviously, hit up my Instagram and subscribe to my channel, click that button, and I'll catch you guys soon for another Love Island video.